Hey guys, this video is going to be kind of a review, but also kind of an explanation of what you'll see on the test, so you know what to expect. This is going to be part of the test, and I think you've done an assignment like this before, but I want to review a few things, uh, and just so you know what to expect. This is the map that you're going to see on the test. Um, so I'm really helping you out for this test. But I just wanted to review a few things and just kind of go over a few things. If you remember these lines right here, and then there are like numbers around them. You see another line right here, and you see the numbers 1020 by them. You see another line here, another big line here. See if you can remember what that is and what they're supposed to represent. So pause the video and see if you can remember on your own. So if you remembered these lines right here, through here and through here, those are lines called isobars. And if you remember, those isobars represent air pressure. Okay? And that's what these numbers are. So again, these lines represent or are isobars, and they represent air pressure. And these numbers, for example, along this line, they tell you what the air pressure is. So like the air pressure around Minneapolis, that's about 1020. The air pressure around Seattle and maybe some of these other like Billings, that air pressure is 1020. The air pressure around here, this isobar that's represented here, the air pressure is 1014. Starts right here, and it's 1014 all along the same line. Now when it says 1014, that 1014 is the same throughout this entire isobar, does not change. This entire line, this entire isobar represents an air pressure of 1014. Now, does this isobar or air pressure, does it represent the same thing over here? No, it does not, because this air pressure is 1020. Is the air pressure at this endpoint the same as right here, or right here, or right here? Sure it is. This is every point on this line is represented by an air pressure of 1014. Just like every point on this line is going to be 1020. All right, so again, these lines represent air pressure, and the numbers tell you what the air pressure is. Okay. Also, a few other things. If you look at the city, there's Boston right here, New York City, Buffalo, Miami, New Orleans, Austin, Kansas City, Chicago, Minneapolis, Billings, Denver, Albuquerque, Austin in Texas, Phoenix in Arizona, Los Angeles in California, San Francisco in California, and Seattle in Washington. You're going to see these cities on your test, so just kind of know where they are. But let's just kind of take a city as an example. Let's look at Denver right here. Denver has these two numbers underneath it. The number on the left represents the low temperature, which makes sense because it is the lower of these two numbers. So this would be the low temperature, and this would be the high temperature. So Denver has a low temperature on a day of 11 degrees Celsius, and then when the sun comes out and it gets hotter in the hottest point of the day, it would get all the way up to 26 degrees Celsius. So just making sure that you know the one on the left is the low temperature, the one on the right is the high temperature. And also you'll see symbols here like these, like this triangle thing, this triangle with a circle inside of it. This thing with a K looks like it has a roof over its head. Those are all weather symbols, and you'll have to recognize those for your test. So for example, let's kind of look at Seattle. Seattle, there's a symbol of like these 4 little dots. Well, you have to say, you might have a question like, oh, what is the weather near Seattle? Well, all you got to do is just look at the symbol and just match it with the chart below here. And you see that it is rain. So you just have to say that what is the weather like in Seattle? What is the weather like in Seattle? Well, it's just raining. Or if you look at another example, Boston, you see this symbol, you just kind of match it down below and you just see it and it's like, oh, it's snowing there. And that's all. It's like, that's what that is. Also, a few of the other symbols, if you remember what the line with the semicircles are, that is a warm front, and the symbol with the triangles, that is a cold front, a cold front. So that is some of the stuff you have to do. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, also, if you remember, you have like these capital letters H and this capital letter L. If you remember what those represent, L is areas of low pressure, H is an area of high pressure. That's what that means. So that's just a review. That's kind of something that you'll see on your test, just so you know what's going on. There are questions on this sheet, but I can't show them to you. So I think that is that. Also, so you'll probably have some questions of like, you know, which cities have this kind of weather, or like, for example, which cities have a weather of snow, or which cities have an area of high pressure or low pressure. All you got to do is just look on the map and just see if it's asking for high pressure, which cities are near an area of high pressure. Well, that would be easy. You just gotta look, and you can tell. All right, so hopefully that was helpful, and good luck.